city council person.
Yeah, I saw Joe Cox and all them, yeah.
Yeah, and well, I had Sherry Cohen yesterday, and Monday I'm going to have a guy running from the far northeast, and I'm going to have the Republican candidate
For mayor, right? I saw that too.
Yeah.
I definitely got to check that out.
He's a weird dude.
Oh, yeah?
He's a weird dude. His family's mob connected, too.
Oh, Lord.
Back
Oh,
to,
boy.
like the 80s, but I think only one of them's still alive. So he's like 90, his uncle.
Right.
But I don't think he's too connected to that anymore.
Right.
The 80s mob wars here.
Right. I might need to get a chair myself, man. You might give me a chair?
Okay,
All right,
yeah, no
thanks.
problem. Yeah, I just wanted to set
I
this
can sit
up.
down, yeah.
Cover that. Take this one.
Oh, all right.
Yeah. You want to slide one of these out? Or slide these over? Either
Oh, yeah, this is better.
Yeah, I told you, man. Back kitchen.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah. What's up, good people? Man, we have a great show today, boy.
Oh, boy.
Woo-hoo.
Everybody, listen. We got a lot of stuff going on here. We're campaigning. Things are going on. Revelations are going to happen. The one thing everybody got to realize, we're all brothers and sisters.
Yeah, that's the key.
That's
When we start acting like fools at the gates, the company really wins.
I brought this up to him.
Yeah, we're going to talk about it
And I
today.
brought it up to him. You know what he said?
What?
Propaganda. You know what it
Yeah,
is. He was like,
yeah.
I was like, all right, I got you. I was like, I said, what you're saying there, you know, is complete.
Yeah, that's
false.
what we got. We got
Okay.
showing my age.
Oh.
No, man, come on, Reggie. Don't do me like that, man.
It's more of a comfort factor, brother. It's a little cluttered in here. And you get the chairs. You're more personable. Set up with you guys so you can see us. Just on, right?
We don't know until we hit this.
Well, no, I'm just making sure the switch was on.
Got you. Good morning, everybody. It is 9 o'clock a.m. on Wednesday.
Good morning.
You know what time it is. It's time for the 623 Lives Matter radio show on WOAM 92.9 South Philadelphia Community Radio. Giving you the best show in the
My
world.
wife's on. Hey.
Hey,
Gary.
what's going on, y'all? So everybody that's watching on Facebook Live, we appreciate you guys watching. Everybody that's listening in on 92.9, we thank you guys for listening, and we appreciate your continued support.
Absolutely.
You guys know what time it is.
Yeah.
It's voting time.
And you got to vote for Richard Hooker. Hashtag 623 Lives Matter slate. I'm James Romeo, and I'm running for trustee. And
Right.
my man Richard Hooker right here.
So we're going to get right into it, man. It's a lot. There's a lot of stuff going on.
Oh.
Been doing a lot of campaigning. We've been doing this for the last few years. So everybody's playing catch up. And so it's going to be a lot. But some flyers were put out from everybody. You guys been reading them.
It's getting interesting.
We've been out there. We've been giving out shirts and for
Breast
breast
cancer
cancer awareness wristbands, and everybody loves them, and we appreciate. We had our sister yesterday, Diana Morris. She really took that to heart over at Oregon Avenue on the Twilight Sword.
Great picture.
She really wanted you guys to know that whoever has it, if it's people in your family have breast cancer. I talked to another brother. His grandma actually passed away from that, and so to be able to give him a trinket was very, very. It felt good.
Yeah, my mother-in-law is a survivor.
See, there you go.
I mean,
you know,
and
right, and it's all in our union. There's a lot of things that you find out from our members just by talking to them, having
Being
these
personable.
Right, and you'll find out, like, yesterday, man, she came out, she came out like 3 or 4 times just to say thank you. She took some bracelets in for her co-workers because this is an issue, man, that affects our members. A lot of them.
It's life.
Like our sister, Jackie Schaefer, she's going through it right now. And so, Jackie, we praying for you. Matter of fact, she just came from the hospital.
Okay.
So, man, listen. We all are brothers and sisters. There's bigger things than union politics.
Absolutely.
Life happens.
Absolutely.
And we just want you guys to know when it does happen, your brothers and sisters should be there for you to lean on.
Lending ears. Sometimes you just need somebody to talk to about more than just, I had a hard day at work.
Yes.
I mean, it's therapeutic. I mean, sometimes I go through things, and I wear my heart on my sleeve some people. I get upset. I'm quiet.
Yep.
I try to get my thoughts together.
Right.
And sometimes if you have a close friend or somebody you could associate with, because it's almost a high school environment somewhat, because you got people you talk to and then they'll go repeat everything you said to other people.
Exactly.
And it's some stuff's personal. You
Right.
don't want to
Right.
go out and tell
Right.
everybody to know.
Exactly.
And with this breast cancer awareness little bracelet we had, I thought it was perfect, and people eyes lit up when they saw it, and they put it on right away to represent what we were standing for.
And the poll stickers, so people come and take some of those. And like I said, the support is unreal. It's not 2016, I can tell you that.
No.
It's not. But we're going to get right into it.
Okay.
The ballots went out yesterday.
Ballots are in transit as we speak.
Right, you should get them probably today and or throughout the rest of the week.
Yeah.
If you do not get them by October the 22nd,
Tuesday,
you have to call the hall.
Absolutely.
215-289-0580.
Repeat.
215-289-0580.
Absolutely.
Make sure they have your correct address, because you got to get this ballot and you got to vote.
Yes.
Now, our message has been, since we've been out there, is it's time for change.
Yes.
2016, we said prepare for change. What was it? It was prepare, produce, and something else for change. We fell 37 votes short.
37, and that's huge, and people don't understand what that means.
Right.
Because in the end, the way you explained it to me, 37 votes, yes, but if anybody else had more singular votes, they would have got in. That's how Jumbo got in.
That's how Jumbo got
now,
in.
that can happen again,
Right.
but we're not trying to let that happen, because guess what? More people voted against them than for them.
And that's the key right there, Romeo.
Right there.
That's the part people don't
They
forget
don't
about.
understand that part.
More people voted against our incumbents in 2016
Than for them.
than for them.
Yes.
But they got back in there because people wanted to split their vote up.
Yeah,
and,
I don't
and
like
listen,
this one. I don't like that
Right,
one.
and we
You have your
understand
right.
that.
It's your
And you
right.
have your right, but we were urging everybody to vote for the Richard Hooker
slate.
623 Lives Matter slate. First position
First
on the
position,
ballot.
the best position.
Right, you don't have to go look nowhere else. First
it off.
position. Hit at the top, X, fill it in, however you want to do it. I don't think I got it.
Okay, I was going to see. Okay. Yeah, we've been handing that out.
Right.
If you were at PH Air Hub,
Right.
handing out the sample, what it looks like.
Exactly.
It's going to be a paper ballot. See, this is what we need to understand, too, because we live in a digital era. We are going old school with this, and that's how it is. It's going to be a paper ballot.
Right.
It's going to come in the mail, and we went over this last week. It's going to be a paper ballot. It's going to come in a nice thick envelope. It's going to say voting sensitive and stuff, whatever
Right,
on the
right,
front.
right.
You open it up. You're going to have the ballot and 2 envelopes. Right?
Right.
So you open it up, ballot, 2 envelopes. You take the piece of, pen to the paper, check off,
Right,
put it back into 1 envelope that's anonymous with your vote.
right.
And then stuff it right in the envelope with your name on it. Now, why it has your name on it is to make sure you're eligible to vote.
Right.
And once they go during the tallying, which is November 4th at 9 a.m., they're going to take your outer envelope.
Right.
Make sure you're eligible. Open it up if you are eligible and throw it in the pile. And
Right.
then nobody's going to know what your vote
Exactly.
is
Exactly.
until we tally it, and they still won't know who did that
Exactly,
what vote.
right. And we're going to go over that when, like, for example, when I get my ballot, what I plan to do is do a video to show everybody how the process
A tutorial.
works. Like, tutorial.
Yeah.
Showing you how to vote.
And it'll
what
probably
to
be on our
do.
YouTube page. Which,
Right,
yeah.
right. We're going to put it everywhere because we don't want nobody to make no mistakes. We made enough of them.
Oh, yeah. You got to understand. See, it's very tricky because, like I said, we live in a digital era.
Right.
We have apps. We have phones. We have everything. When we voted for the master's contract, we had to make a phone call and put a code in.
Right,
It's
or go online and
or
do
go
it,
online,
right.
put a code in, and the code was in the envelope. There's none of that. This is our local election for 623.
Right.
So it's none of that.
Like I said, we're going to go over it so you guys can see how it works and how it works, because there's no paid posters. They've already been paid for you.
Yep.
All you got to do, send it back in.
Seal it and walk it to the
Right.
post
You don't even have to
post
walk
office
it.
or
Just
post
give it
office.
back to the mailman when
Yeah.
he comes back. Or, whatever the case may be.
You could fill it out and before he hits the corner
I
of
got
your
to say
block.
this. This is the disclaimer. I got to say this.
Okay.
No member of any person that's running can take your ballot and fill it out for you.
Okay.
That's grounds for disqualification.
Okay.
They can't touch the ballot. They can't get the ballot, fill it out for you. Because people's asking me, Hooker, I'm going to bring you my ballot, and we want you to fill it out. I said, no, I can't do that.
Oh, yeah.
So, no, we need you to fill it out. We're going to show you how to fill it out. That way,
You got to do it yourself.
you got to do it yourself, because we can't afford to get this close and be disqualified.
No,
So we're going to get right into it now.
Okay.
So flyers been handed
So
out.
do you want to do the flyers or you want to do the campaigning with this morning?
Well, I'll let you handle the campaigning
All right,
part.
you want me to do that now?
Do that part, right, but what happened?
Okay, so basically I was out campaigning this morning at Oregon Avenue, and Unity was there, 623 Strong was there, and I was representing 623 Lives Matter, of course. One of the BAs came out right away. I saw me pull up. I got out, started setting up, wouldn't get out the car till his co-runner, running
right.
cat out, and then he start talking trash from the rip. I'm sitting there like, whoa, what's going on? I was like, why? What do you mean by this? He kept saying, I want to talk about me. I want to talk about what I do, my experience. I'm like, whoa, what does that mean? I was like, I'm not doing that. I'm not talking about anything. I'm not talking about anybody. I'm not running off anybody's platform. I'm doing our thing. This is us. This is as a whole. Everything we do as a group. I make up flyers, but I run it through Richard Hooker. Because I got to make sure he understands, and if I'm out of line, if I do anything wrong, he tweaks it. And I haven't done anything out of line because we're not about that, running style. Right. So the first chance he got, he started talking to a member, and really,
this is the BA, right?
This is the BA. Right. Start talking to a member. A member came out. We just got done working, mind you. I mean, come on, when we're done working, especially certain shifts, you're tired.
Yeah.
This member comes out, and he starts going, yeah, this is what's going on, and he's all up in the member's face. I'm like, whoa. I'm just looking, standing back, just watching how he's doing it. And then he starts doing, comparisons, like, we're in a war, and the guy quits, and, what are you going to do? And the war is falling, he wants to come back and represent you, and so on and so forth. And I'm like, wow. And I just said, have a good day, ballot to the mail. I gave him, a bracelet. And then I said to him, I was like, that's a little too much. You don't have to do that. Because the first thing you did, you came over here, you said you're going to run off your platform, and you're going to be like, I'm running off of my experience. And then the first opportunity you got, you threw another person running under the bus. Then that person comes up. He actually shows up, the person he was talking about, and then it all stuff broke loose, put it that way. And it was handled very well. I have to say, Shanahan handled it professionally. And I told him that. He sent him to the other side, which get him away. We don't need that stuff. It was out of hand, and I told him that. I was like, you did a good job because you didn't need that.
Right, yeah.
You didn't need that. But it was getting out of hand really quickly and escalating because you're over here talking and belligerating, other members and other running people that are running, and it don't need to be that way. And nobody needs to do that. We're all brothers and sisters. This election ends tomorrow. We still got to go to work with each other, and people got to understand that. So that's what happened this morning, and it was a little crazy. Hook was stuck in traffic because I guess I heard 3 tractor trailers or something got in an accident or something. But
I was able to go on the other side on the Wicked Code, and it was a lot different than your experience.
Oh yeah, and
everybody was cool,
calm and collective.
And so, what you got?
All I have to say is this.
There you go.
If you can't take the heat, get out the kitchen. Simple and plain.
Right.
People are going to criticize you for anything you do if you're going to run for office. There's always going to be people that are not going to like exactly everything you do. Matter of fact, people want to cry about what I do. Right? Bottom line is, look at the body of work of what they've done. Articulate why you want to vote for whoever you want to vote for, but I can articulate why I can't vote for Unity. Right? I filed the full-time job grievance. We all know this. Jumbo put it online multiple times. Where's the grievance at? What's going on with it? Who didn't process it? Ask the question. When the grievance got filed again, showing people online how to go file it out. Work your 30, 90 days. Go try to get your full-time seniority. Not a position, full-time seniority.
Yeah.
Right? This way you don't have to go through progression for 4 years.
Exactly.
This way you got your bidding rights that you're going to have, right? Shanahan said 15 people need to go fill out that grievance before he processed it. So let's put this in perspective. If you want to get inside the kitchen, right, make sure you're ready to prepare to cook. Because the heat is on.
It's going to get hot.
Yeah, the heat is on.
Right.
There's a lot of chefs want to be cooking in the kitchen, right?
They can't take the heat, though.
They can't take the heat, right? They want to go out and be like, go in. I got a break.
And that's good.
I got to make a gelatin dessert because I can't make the roast. You know what I mean?
That's crazy.
So now, like I said, on my side, it was all good.
That's good.
It was. everybody was cool.
It was the craziest.
We was joking around and stuff, But you know me, I try to keep everything light.
Yeah.
To me, this is not serious.
Well, after that person left, it got cordial.
I'll be blunt because I'll tell you straight up. Carl Robinson said, "Oh, don't we support you? Don't we got your back?" I said, Carl, you don't want to answer that question right now here in front of the membership while we're out campaigning.
Right.
Shanahan knew what I asked him to do for my wage grievance, right? It didn't happen, right?
Right.
So let's put this in perspective, right? You can't be 100% when you want to. You got to be 100%
all the time.
All the time.
You have to be able to articulate why it's not appropriate for you to get certain help or certain things with certain problems, right?
Right.
I'm not the know-it-all, right?
Right.
I know when I need some assistance because there's certain issues that you need assistance for.
Exactly.
Right.
Right.
If you had Americans with Disabilities claim and a member brought it to you, would you go use the lawyer to go help out? Because there's certain things that you
just
gotta
don't
go
know.
contract.
Right. You don't know.
The contract
right.
could say one thing, the law could have a higher standard, and you want to make sure you get the most for the member.
Exactly.
Right?
Get the highest standard.
Yeah,
right.
Not whatever UPS wants, because UPS is looking for the bottom of the bottom of whichever they can get.
Right.
If there is $1 in the room, they're trying to get 10 cents. Not pay the $1. That's simple and plain. Right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
And we have flyers to hear
so
that we're going to...
Right, I was talking to, and before we go further, I asked all the people, and you was there on the Oregon Avenue side.
Oh, yeah, he was there.
I said, hey, listen.
He said, watch this, Romeo.
I said, watch this. I said, listen, we have a show today.
Come by.
Come on by, at least one of you guys from East Slate, come on by, and let's put it out there to the members, let them see. The ballots are out. Tell them why we should vote for you.
Let me tell you something. That's the quietest it got since they were over there, and I was over there, because you can actually hear a pin drop.
So then I went on the other side.
Seriously.
I went on the other side. I said, listen, we got a show today. How about one of you guys from East Lake, come on out. You see, I'm on it when they came.
Open doors.
And I told them, come on, Tommy, come on down.
They're still fair enough. They're still campaigning right now.
Yeah.
But one person can come. You don't need everybody.
You don't need everybody.
There.
I mean, listen.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm out there campaigning for 623 Lives Matter. I don't need everybody here.
Over here too. I want to talk about
absolutely.
this.
This is what we're going to get to. We're going to get to.
Oh, trust me.
Yeah, because this was given out last night.
We'll all take a flyer and we'll talk about it.
Okay, here we go. Pass off.
So this is the flyer I want to talk about right here.
All right, so give me one.
So I'll get you one. But this flyer here, when I first saw this, man, I was like, man, no, this is the one I want to. This is the one I want to talk about.
Okay, you pick that one.
Right. So which one you want?
I want this one.
Which one
you want this one?
The one with Rob.
You can take that one, right?
Okay.
Oh, I didn't see this one yet.
That's the one. That was the one from this morning.
Yeah, we're handing out paperwork as we speak. I know we're live, but here we go. So me. All right. So we have...
They don't know what slate it's from.
Okay, so this is from 623 Strong Slate. And a lot of stuff that was here was like... it had our slate down, Richard Hooker, 623 Lives Matter slate. And it says, has no plan if they win and it has no experience. Now, right then and there, my opinion is really going wing, wing, wing. It's like, hold on. We have no experience, but they only have one person on that slate that has experience.
Been on the board.
All right, so that's it. And I said that to him.
But so do we.
Yeah, I said, I was like, hold on. Yeah, he says, yeah, so do we, right?
Right.
So, but I was like, all right, you guys have you had experience with one person. I said it to the person, and he looked at me. He was like, well, he's like, I'm talking about shop stores. I was like, most of our guys are shop stores. I was like, the only person I don't know who is a shop store is Jim Hughes.
Right.
I was like, other than that, everybody was a shop store.
And Hughes was a shop steward too.
So, okay, so we have that experience. I was like, okay. And I'm like, all right. And then they go down and they said feeder and package car driving school for employees. And that's what they want to do. And that right there is going to take probably longest time to even do and probably not going to happen because all the stuff backing.
Romeo.
What?
Missing the point.
Missing the point what?
We already have a feeder school. They already have a package car school.
Yeah.
The problem is the members who are part-time aren't told that they can go to these things because UPS needs them to stick inside the part-time operation, and they're not given the opportunity while they go hire off the street.
So what you're saying?
Say it again. Say it again. I don't think people heard.
So what you're saying is
the opportunity to get the job. They're hiring off the street.
Exactly.
And that's what it is. And then with the new contract and the wording, they're letting people off the street more now than ever. So that right there is almost a vague statement.
But getting back to the first column where it says we have no plan.
Yeah.
I was
I think for the longest time
we tell you the plan the whole time.
Every week
you read about it. You can go online and you see it on the website.
Bylaws.
We tell you the ATM committee. How we plan on doing the building raise that they just now talking about. We've been talking about it. So, I mean, and then I get it. It's all politics and stuff.
Politics. They want to make us look bad and them look good. I mean, underneath that, it says they really have no plan and no experience. So they had to reiterate it.
Right.
So they couldn't just leave it on there once.
Right.
They had to be on there twice to show how we have no experience.
Right.
But then again, neither do they. I mean, or the Unity slate don't either. I mean, they have 3 people that have the experience. Right. Let's be realistic.
So now check that one out. I want you to read that one about the website. Now check that out.
Oh, a website and a smartphone app that will keep the members informed.
Now,
your guys are
I got to jump in on
You're late on that one.
Right, we already got the website.
Yeah.
Already.
What's the website?
623milematter.org.
Yep, that
already got it.
Yeah,
already got it.
It's crazy.
And guess what? The members didn't have to pay for it.
No.
So that stuff, guess who's going to have to pay for it?
Yeah,
the members.
Exactly. So you want to wait till you get in office to put out a website. We're not in office, and we funded it ourselves and put it out there. And it's what our local's website should look like, and it's not. And I always say it's for the members, by the members, funded by the members.
Right.
And that's key right there because we didn't have to do that.
No.
It's because we wanted to. It's not because, hey, it's a political ploy.
Right.
No.
We saw a need. And we was proactive.
Yeah, because we all were like, this needs to be out there. See, when that's why I put it on all my flyers that I hand out now, that check the website out. If you guys don't even like my literature that I'm handing you, at least check the website out. Because that is information that is dire to you to help you be a better Teamster member at Local 623.
Right. So what else they saying?
They said, we'll file subcontracted grievances for original and dissertation loads.
What you got?
To
what
create
you got?
more feeder work.
They hit a nerve with the vice president. Go ahead, man. What you got?
Whoa. Didn't I post something online for the feeder department so they could go and do
did.
that?
Yes,
and all
you did.
I want to say is there a grievance on record? Right? Is there a grievance on record? So anybody who's watching needs to go ask Mr. Vennick, because he's in the feeder department. I assume he will be representing them.
Right.
Was the grievance filed with the information online? Or ask the shop stewards that are in the feeder department, was the grievance filed because the information got posted online? You could read the numbers, right? I could, right? So everybody can check to see what's going on.
Thank you, bro.
Right. Real simple, right? Real simple.
Right.
Texas.
Oh yeah, appreciate you, Ronnie.
Yeah.
So what you got, Ron? What is on that?
So you want to continue, or you want to do one of yours? Because we're spending a lot of time on these people. People have their own little slates.
Well,
is the one you want to hit?
All right. So I want to talk about something that happened between Rob and Shanahan.
Okay.
Right? Now both of their flyers talked about each one individually,
and they're responding.
Right. And
which is a no-no.
Right. So the one that Shanahan put out, he talked about, how.
Well, first it was Rob. He put out the warning letter.
Right, way back at the end of last year.
Well, no, he put it out. That was his first flyer. He said we defend warning letters.
Not give them out.
Not give them out.
But Shanahan's response was something. He used the words transparency in there, and that bothered me.
I would.
He was upset with Warrenby because he said he wasn't transparent. Now, I took offense to that because 4,289 members wanted that same transparency in the negotiation process, which we didn't get. We wanted in the grievance procedure, which we don't get. But to call somebody out on something that you don't do yourself, I think it's hypocritical.
Yeah, hypocritical.
And it's not right. Especially being the head man. I don't think transparency should be in that flyer.
I think this right now, right? Here's the bottom line. They shouldn't be yakking about each other in front of the company. They should say, hey, listen, let's go. The members can come to the hall, and we'll talk it out in front of the members at the hall, right? And everybody can be quiet, and we go aside, and they can go back and forth and shoot the facts, right?
Right.
Just like they did with Fred and Ken Hall, right? We can have that little scenario right at the Union Hall.
Exactly.
So we can all see it, and so the company don't have to see it.
Right.
And we can keep it in-house, right?
Exactly.
Like I said, keep the stuff inside house. The hall is where you're supposed to voice the concerns, right?
Exactly.
The problem is, as we all see, what happens when you don't get traction on an issue?
Right.
What happens when they can't articulate why something is not right?
Right.
Not the fact that UPS won't do that. Why does the language not match the concern? Right. That's what you need to educate the members on. Right. That's the real important thing here, right? Guy asked me yesterday. He had a health issue, right? He brought up. I said, listen, under American Disabilities Act, they got to accommodate you, right? If they're accommodating you already, do they get to magically stop accommodating? I don't think so.
No, they don't.
Right?
Right.
But the hall's telling me he only had 1 year. I said, whoa. Take a look at this piece of language right here. Let me go take time to take a look at it. It's Article 14, people, by the way. Article 14. Take a look.
Article 14.
Right? So, this is what the kind of leadership that they have, the commitment that they have, right? They're not training their own people in what the law is, what the contract means. So now there's a jumbled up confusion, and later they might get it, fix it right, or patch it up right? But the problem is, the damage has already been done.
Exactly.
Because the word gets spread incorrectly from the start. And no one is fixing the leaky faucet per se, right? They're not making sure there's a letter to go out and say, hey, listen, we had an issue with a member, this is what happened, this is why the law works this way, this is how you're supposed to get resolution
real quick. Hey, Reggie, real quick, man, I need you to find that picture that you took of the roof, because they gave out a flyer today saying that they fixed the leaky roof. So, Reggie, I need you to post that picture.
What picture? What happened?
Yeah, they on that flyer today.
I know, but what picture are we talking about?
He took a picture at the last union meeting.
Yeah.
About how the roof is still leaking. But the flyer here say they spent all this money on fixing the roof.
Yeah.
So, Reggie, when you get a chance,
oh my goodness,
put that picture up, man. When I saw this, I said, man, I cannot believe they did that. So, Reggie, put that picture up because. Go ahead,
you'll be finding that picture at hashtag 623 Lives Matter on Facebook.
You can all talk about
that's crazy
that we have $636,000 and 123, right? Better than when George Ruggieri left, right? What good is money sitting in the bank if it doesn't help to defend the members, right? What good is it if you have a legitimate issue not to use that money to get the attorneys to go help you make the issue a very valid issue that UPS can't wiggle around in, right? They want to go to arbitration for whatever certain issues they are. They never bring up what happened. They never bring up whether there's a loss or a win. Oh, they did bring up the win when they got the part-timers double time. But they're not telling you what issues they lost. They're not telling you what things are going on. They're keeping you in the dark. And then they want to talk about transparency.
Exactly.
Right? It's all about that, right? As soon as that meeting starts, it should be stated, hey, listen, the members filed 500 grievances this past month, right, on UPS. That's what they're doing to us, right? We're trying to hold them back. We need your help to hold them back because we need the information. These are the topics that are happening.
I agree.
And these are the articles that are getting violated on. These are the current things that we have going into arbitration on your behalf, so you know that you're getting represented. So you understand what's going on. Win or lose, right? We know what's going on.
You know what,
to look for, and we know how to build a stronger coalition against UPS's mission to put us down instead of while we're trying to build people up.
You know what, Espo?
It sounds to me that you have a plan that we don't have.
And you know what? And I think that's what we need to do if we're fortunate enough to get elected.
Someone said we don't have an agenda.
Yeah, it sounds like an agenda to me.
I got an agenda.
They know the agenda.
Listen.
But I think what you just said, Espo, was something that we need to do if we were fortunate enough to get elected.
Absolutely.
At these meetings, we could just say, hey, listen, these are the amount of grievances that have been filed throughout the month. These are the things our members should be on the lookout for to help us wash the house.
Wash the house.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, the first thing, like when I went out campaigning last night, when I ran into you, they were asking me about something, and I said, you know, he wanted to deal with a manager, and I was like, all right. I was like, I don't care. I'll stand up to anybody. I was like, because not for nothing, I know how he is. I was like, but the same book that they're using against us is the one that we should be using to go against them.
Exactly.
I was like, they're using the same book that we use. I mean, it's no different.
I
mean, let's be realistic. They're trying to use our book against us. When it comes to that, it's like, all right, we got to, fight fire with fire, so to speak, and you have to be able to understand it to do it. I mean, I'm not scared to go against anybody. Are you guys scared?
You know what? It's funny.
Listen, I'm not worried about going against anybody. What I'm more worried about is this, right? It's the rhetoric that's happening out there in the campaign trail, right? Right? And learning different things. Something that Carl Robinson did, right? Tried to overturn a shop steward's grievance, right? Outside in the parking lot, maybe Clarence was joking around. I hope he was. He was like, "Oh, I'll fire Romeo as my alternate," right? That's not kind of the building the coalition that we need to have moving forward, right? You have a guy that's interested and want to be active. You need to build that talent, and grow that talent, and put that force behind the weight of membership, saying, "Hey, listen, you can be aggressive. You can get things done. You can stand tall and win." right?
Right.
That's what it's all about. These people have some kind of agenda in their head that nobody really kind of grasps, other than the special select few that they seem to magically help, right? They're favorites, right? As someone in management tried to tell me, the untouchables, right?
Right.
The untouchables. Well, listen, I don't know. You guys all got to watch what goes on in the house. You got to see, is everybody being treated the same?
We're all union. We all should be untouchable, honestly. As long as we have the great back, as long as we have the great backing that we have, we should have.
We do what's supposed to. We should be
exactly.
Exactly. The members have an obligation to make sure they do what they're supposed to do.
Yeah, the members need to be responsible for what they do.
Exactly.
We're all adults here. We know.
Listen, the more situations you put us in a bad place, that's harder and harder, difficult, where some people might have to horse trade grievances, a.k.a. the Izzy Clarence scenario, right? Right? We can't have that happen. Right? We, as a members, have a duty to someone else not to put ourselves in a position where someone else is going to be asked to sacrifice what they got.
Exactly. Right. I agree with that.
We shouldn't be put in that situation. Now, if someone needs help, I'll gladly go help them. Don't get me wrong, right? But you can't keep going to the well every time, right? I don't go in there with the mindset I got to go ask somebody else for the well. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I take care of myself.
Right.
I know what I got to do every day, right?
Yeah. Now, Espo, I didn't hear what you said. Smart say that when it came out. I didn't hear him say that when I came out.
No. He said before you got out.
Oh, of course.
Before you got out.
Right.
Before.
Just so you know.
I got to clarify some
Well,
things.
I was
talking to them guys over there on the Wiccacoat side street, and we was talking about. I told them I was going to go to the show and talk about the flyers, talk about everything. And Carl wanted me to let clear up some things about what's been said about him on the page. He was saying that he had nothing to do with Isom and everything. So I said, okay, like I said, I don't know nothing about the Isom situation, but a situation that was close to me. I want to thank Smart for taking care of that. He had to work on Monday.
Handle that properly.
So yeah, all that stuff that was going on. And listen, I don't get back into the he say, she say stuff. You guys know me, man. I'm all about one thing. We got to stop UPS from dominating our members.
Yeah.
That's just the bottom line.
About educating
Unfortunately, our leaders, current leaders, have not done that job. So you talked about the flyer. They talked about the money that is in the account now, which is good, but it almost makes it sound like they had something to do with that. They didn't.
Did the membership grow? Is that what happened?
That's what happened. And that's the stuff that people get, you look at it and say, oh man, they had nothing to do with that. UPS hired more people. The union gets more money.
And when they stay, they
cover the situation. I'll go back again to that January when there was payroll errors. It was brought up at the union meeting.
And he said he wouldn't do it. He wouldn't do it, right? He couldn't afford it or something.
Couldn't afford it, but he grew the assets by $600,000. So while your check sat, he grew the $600,000, right?
No. The company added more members, so that's how it grew.
Oh yeah, that's how it grew. Yeah, man.
That's how it grew. And when you don't know these things, you're like, Dad, these guys are actually doing this.
When I came back to work, I had to point out that they were working supervisors for 3 weeks, undercover, regular shirts, inside the preload operation, right? Let's put this in perspective. They need to get a better grip on what's going on inside the centers, right? What's going on all around, and then at $19.35 an hour.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy because it's like they said they don't have enough money to do certain things, and then they make an extra BA.
They want to and then they want to tout that they got $630,000.
Yeah,
which is good. But it had nothing to do with them.
Yeah,
if the company don't hire the people, then they don't get those extra dues and extra
dollars.
That's it. That's how it's not like they went out and organized people.
Yeah. We can easily go back and take a look at the spending of the business agents, right?
Right.
What their salaries were, right? And how much or how less the extra little part they got remunerated every year is, whether it's going up or down. So you can really tell whether it's Bill Shanahan's work or it was the dues paying members work.
Right, exactly.
Right? That built those extra funds.
Now it's my turn. This is my flyer that I got here from him.
All right.
Now this
I didn't see that.
This one was
that's a good one.
This was good. Now if you guys know me, man, you know I take this stuff to heart when people say certain things. Now they said they had 197 years of experience fighting the company. But check this out. The company has only been around for 120 years. So I don't know how that. I said that to him today, and then everybody was laughing
about the years of service that they have for the people in office.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
But the first, this was something that got to me.
So silly.
It got to me really, really. The first line it says, now, you guys know our slogan, if you want better,
vote better.
Vote better.
Right.
And what do they put?
This was the first line of the flyer. Could things be improved at UPS? Absolutely. But did you know? Now, I'm reading that, and I'm like, come on.
Yeah, it's like one of those things, the more you know.
I'm like, come on now. You already said by your first statement that you know things could be better.
You know the members are complaining about
Yes.
something, but you're not acknowledging.
But you're not doing it.
You're
not
aware.
acknowledging what the
You're
concerns
not
of the member
exactly.
are.
You already made a statement. You know things
You
could
wanna-
be
you
better.
You know what it
Shoot your
you know what it
horn
sounds
about
like to
certain
me?
issues,
Exactly.
right?
You know things could be better.
You know what it
Romeo?
you know what it sounds like to me?
Oh my God.
It sounds like to me is
Oh,
that
keep
you're
going.
you're collecting
But-
issues and you're kind of come out with them now.
But then the next part says, but did you know? Everything after that, everybody said no to.
Ooh.
The
I didn't see
22
this one
Fords,
yet. Oh,
we
that's-
voted no on. The contract,
No.
we voted no on. This whole thing about the starting rate, $14, we voted no on that. So again, everything we voted no on after that first statement, you keep bringing it up. We voted no on everything that you're talking about.
So is it they're boasting about this?
No,
Like
they're
they did?
out of touch with the membership. You just said, could things be better? You know that it could be better.
Here, who's this?
This is
Let's
nuts.
put this in perspective, right?
No,
We protected our pension and made sure the company paid the additional monies
No!
our full-time pension needed. Okay, listen, you protected the pension. Yeah, Shanahan, you got more contribution.
extortion, right?
Contribution rate. You got a bigger contribution rate for the pension fund, right? But did you go after the full-time part-timers that are working full-time hours and deserve to be putting into that pension fund just like you? Get the members to pay for you inside the pension fund and the other business agents, right? Like Hooker's full-time status, UPS pays on his behalf.
Right.
UPS pays on my behalf, and all the other full-timers in there on my behalf, right?
Right.
Let's put that in perspective, right? Remember, who's checking the house?
Who's checking the house?
Right? Let's go again. We will continue to get more full-time jobs. When the grievance got placed to create the full-time positions that were on the preload, what did you do, Bill? What did you do?
Nothing.
Right? Is that being arbitrated right now? Right? Is the other grievance that you told a member he needed 15 people to go sign it off when they're already scared because UPS retaliated and reduced the amount of hours?
Right.
Come on now. All right? Let's put that in perspective. We have forever protected by number package car jobs that we didn't have before. First of all, I think it was capped at a certain number, right? It was capped at a certain number. Mind you, they haven't created Article 22.4 jobs yet, but there's been additional package cars drivers added, right?
Right.
But the bigger issue is, what did you do? You made a Tuesday through Saturday package car driver, Bill, right? Now they're working 6 days a week ahead of senior guys that have Monday through Friday schedules. So what did you do? You found a loophole for UPS to violate seniority and save money and take money out of the member's pocket. The senior member, Bill. The senior member.
The senior member.
Right? On a preload. What did you do? You had the opportunity. I filed it. Rob, Billy Morris, Shanahan, were all there with Reedy Fender when I brought the attention. Yo, listen, this is a 6 day week. I want to work it first. It's within my center, right?
Right.
The grievance got filed. They was like, oh, well, they're not going to do it. Then, 4 months later, then they go and do the whole thing. They create a scheme, whatever it is, to try to make somebody think that they don't have the right to work Saturday first because they're senior. The seniority list goes down and works in seniority order. Every day the center operates. The center is linked to the work that it has.
Right.
Real simple.
Right.
Who's checking the house?
Who?
Everybody. Who's checking the house? Then you have Article 22.4 jobs, right? Who's going to have drivers that don't want to work 5 days a week, so they go home. That's fine. But now you're going to go in, have that guy go home and have an Article 22.4, take his work, go out and deliver it, and then not give him his rate. Ding, 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 ding. Warning. That is undercutting the rate. Okay, who's checking the house again?
Right.
Seniority, right?
Right.
Bottom line. Right?
All that stuff we voted no to, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
No full-timer I know would vote to have their seniority violated
Right.
by
Yeah.
part-timers first. But then again, that wasn't the issue that Shanahan brought to everybody's attention. He was like, oh, you're going to pay for the pension. Does everybody realize, just me myself, if I worked 5 Saturdays, 5 Saturdays in the course of a year, I make up that pension contribution he's talking about. 5 out of 52.
Wow.
Right? Is that 10%? I only got to do 10% of the year, right? 10%?
What's up, John? How you doing, good brother?
So put that in perspective, right? Then they talk about members who are part-time being paid no less than $14 an hour. First of all, didn't we have this attendance bonus, people, right? And they were making an extra $100 a week if they showed up every day?
Yep.
Right? So when they were at, what is it?
It was 10.35 starting?
10.35 or 10.65, whatever the rate was, right? And they got an extra $4 an hour because most of them were only making 20 hours a week anyway.
Right.
So you're getting what? $5 more an hour. So you were getting at 16, right, in those weeks. You didn't make sure that UPS made sure that rate was $16 for our members.
Exactly.
You let UPS undercut it again. As a matter of fact, here goes one better for you, right? By law, it's required that these paid wages are supposed to be in the contract, right? You let UPS implement a wage and then take a wage out without the members voting on it. Everybody got that? Without the members voting on it. There you go. What leadership and commitment are you seeing? That's what I want to know. What leadership and commitment are you seeing? That's what I'm just saying. Right? Now, don't get me wrong. That's how Bill wants to run the local. Right?
That's how he ran it. How he has been running the local.
I'll talk to Bill, and we have to talk about stuff because we have business to conduct, right?
Right.
But here, this is about how you run the local in general, right? Everybody was upset they weren't getting that attendance bonus, from full-timers to part-timers down the road, right?
Right.
Hey, listen, they're going to give that extra money for people that don't want to work here. Then I want to be that person that wants to work every day and get that extra $100. I wouldn't mind it. Let alone, this $100 could affect your wages after the 40th hour for those part-timers, especially during Christmas time when they're probably working over 40 hours.
And they were still getting that $100 bonus.
And they weren't doing nothing about it. They chose to stay back. Stay back and let UPS do what they want, right? We preserved the day after Thanksgiving holiday. First of all, the whole local didn't want it. If anybody was shouting any kind of sympathies to not get that extra double time day worth of pay, right?
Exactly.
They would have sold that day right down the river for something. Who knows what? Because let's remind us, right? Did they do the math? They already sold 30 minutes at a lunch period so guys can work a 30-minute lunch. They sold 30 minutes away. What kind of leadership and experience allows UPS to pay members less?
Don't forget commitment.
Yeah. Oh my. The commitment to getting members paid less. Okay.
The commitment.
I'm gonna explain this real simple, right? Grievances go out. There's easy ways to start tracking UPS when the supervisors work. They're using the scanners. Watch. They're using the scanners. All you need to do is take the login time, the scan time.
He was on that board that did that.
This is the time I want to get paid from. It's just that simple. Are the stewards trained to get that information? No. As a matter of fact, in the contract itself, it says they have to get permission from the business agent in order to access the information that they need to defend the membership. So let me explain this again. Who do they allow to go protect the members? The business agents, so they look like heroes come election time, instead of the shop stewards because they're afraid that someone's going to take their job? Right? You have to train the shop stewards and give them tasks to do so you're building strong leaders for the future. Because if you get voted out and someone else is a strong leader behind you and you can't get rid of him, that's because he's doing a better job than you did.
Yep.
And you should learn from that.
How about
that? That's one of the keys, man. We have to really give our shop stewards the tools to protect our members on the shop floor, because that's not really been done. That's why if you go to our website already, we already have the shop steward toolkit.
Oh man,
already have that. So again, you guys, we've been doing this, I don't know, for the last few years, just trying to tell you guys this is why we need new leadership. The company is sitting back laughing at us. They are hoping that these guys get back in there. I'm telling you, they think this is comical. They really do. They think this is comical. And like this morning, that stuff you saw, that should not have ever happened out there in front of the members and the company.
Yeah.
That's a bad look.
Now let's talk about the 623 strong slate leader, Rob Whartonby, as a business agent. I want to put this out there so everybody understands.
You was his business.
If you all want the grievances, I got them, right? I got them. They allowed, for the first time in all my recorded time, to pay off the senior member who wasn't qualified to do the work in which I agreed with supervisors were working, right? Magically, that hasn't happened since Rob left, right? And It wasn't happening before Rob got in. He just did it this one time. Now, me personally, I think that was retaliation.
3.5, John. 3.5.
3.5.
Right? So anybody that wants Rob Warrenby to get in, think about this. Do you want someone else getting paid for the grievances you file? Right? Let's put that in perspective. Now, he wants to talk about Shanahan. I've been in the meetings with Rob, right? I've seen him go in and not say a word and let the member do the talking, a.k.a. myself, right? What part of this conversation do you need to understand? When you go in there and you're not prepared for the meeting, right? Or you think he's really going to sit there and handle your cases for you? Or are you going to handle your cases for yourself and they're just there to let you go talk to the company? Right?
And you paying them, right?
Right. Yes. Listen, and this is a very common theme as a business agent level.
Right.
I'm not going to sit here and the facts are the facts. The record's the record. Right?
Right.
I had to make up the sheet so Cameron Donovan, right, could see that I was short. Not Bill Shanahan. He didn't check that out.
Hold on. Cameron Donovan is the labor manager, if you guys don't know.
Right? And I'm still missing that check. And while they're busy at their campaign, I'm getting upset because I'm getting shorted money. Don't get me wrong, the money's going all over again, but maybe they'll go and ask me to drop that penalty grievance too when I go file that one, because I'll say, hey, listen, now we're at the point of wage theft because now it's getting quite ridiculous. And don't ask me to take anything back because the email already got sent to Tracy Parker about such a particular issue.
Right.
Just so you all know, that's what I had to do because I got tired of asking to not take the penalty pay, which I was owed because someone was late cutting the checks, right?
Right.
Cutting the checks.
Wow.
Put it in perspective, right? And this is multiple times, right?
Right.
Then on top of that, right, I got another situation that happened. I filed a grievance, pay guys on box line 1, right? So magically today, or this past week, I got the records for that somehow. Right? Because I misprinted a grievance on the thing that I had, right? I had so many, I misprinted a number, right? And it just happened to be the same number that I paid the guys for on box line 1. So they give me all the information. Guess what? One of the pay rates was wrong on a grievance. I brought that up to Shannon. He said, that's very interesting. Not, I'm going to make sure that guy gets the penalty money, right? I'm not going to check to make sure the check was cut on time, right? Let's make sure that these things happen. Because if you have leadership, commitment, and experience, you make sure that stuff happens.
Right.
The same stuff that I talked about with Rob when he had the same similar issue where there was a check cut, and I said, yo, where's the penalty at? Most members should just be happy getting the check and not the penalty. There you go. There's your leadership choices, okay? So put this in perspective. If anybody wants to sit there and pick 623 strong, be my guest. You get what you vote for. You want to pick unity? You get what you vote for. You pick us? We're trying to bring accountability back. That's the bottom line.
No, ain't no try. We will. We will bring it back.
Things will change what the plans that we have.
Management goes over to people and gets them to settle for less.
Right.
So an accountability issue, you might be accountable, right?
Right.
And you might do the right thing.
Right.
But the member also too has to feel the strength from the business agent and from the steward.
That is
so
it.
They don't feel
that's it right
that they gotta sell their grievance short to management.
The member right now does not feel that strength, that support from their elected leaders. That's why, like you said, they don't mind settling for short or thinking that this is how things are supposed to be because they don't know any better. They don't see it from the people in office. So that's why we got to do a better job. And like you said, John, yeah, 3 is 3.5 people running slates, but people got to vote. The ballots went out yesterday. We've been texting and calling and phone banking and all these things that we we're doing our part. We got something set for tomorrow, so to make sure people make sure they vote.
I was gonna say, here's Clarence Bagby, a victim of their leadership, experience, and commitment to getting members less.
No, I was listening to the show on my way up, and one of the things that you touched on happened to me and Rich when Cameron first came over.
Oh, I forgot about that. I'm sorry, I was screaming like that.
He was late with a grievance payment for 3 days. I went to Izzy, said, yo, I want the penalty. His exact words was, are you sure you want the penalty for 3 days? I said, yeah, I want the penalty. He was late. He violated the contract. I want my penalty. And he says, well, you know now you're not going to be able to get nothing from him because you might this, you might that. I don't care about might this, might that. I want my penalty. Me and Rich at the same time.
Yeah,
that's
Here's
crazy.
a better one, Clarence, right? You mean they might not be able to get something from Cameron because it isn't you, it's them.
No,
it's them because when I'm inside there, right, and he had other grievances that were on the table that he could have resolved about seniority issues and stuff. He didn't take initiative to go make that happen, right? He let that sit. He just paid the supervisor's working hours. So he didn't give me anything. Matter of fact, he was talking about, oh, listen, I let this other guy I let this other person get their job back, or maybe I shouldn't have. The person was off the clock. The person was off the clock when this incident happened. Yet you want to go and assume discipline can be filed or brought against this person for stuff that actions that happen off the clock.
Right.
That's the big problem I got.
Well, he told his exact words was, and this is the thing. I was pulled out the office and said, well, you know, if any grievances you have, you got to make sure your I's are dotted and T's are crossed because you're not going to be able to get this from whatever the case may be. And my thing is, if you are confident in your abilities to do your job, then, because one of my main things as a steward, like I always tell new stewards, don't owe the company nothing. Because if you owe them something, when they want to come back and cash in on it, it's going to be at the cost of a member. So if you don't want to owe them anything, especially when it's going to cost a member, whether it's time, grievances, or anything like that. Right. Because and like I told Cameron, if I'm a minute late, are you going to send me home? So you 3 days late, I want my penalty. Simple as that.
Oh yeah, they've done that. That's true. Very true.
Right. So, Clarence, what's been going on, man? What you got going on?
Yeah, take it.
This is all I wanted to, I put on Facebook earlier.
Oh, about that thing.
But this is really, I heard on Preload they got people trying to sign these contracts or these things about these scams. You do not have to sign anything that the company gives you that's not OSHA mandated or your paycheck. Reason being, they will try to hold you liable. So if they give you a scanner and they want you to sign this and sign that, or any type of production standards, there's no production standards in our contract. The only thing you're obligated to do is a fair day's pay for a fair day's work. Meaning you work the best of your ability, and the way these scanners are set up, there's no way you're gonna get 95%. Some of the scanners don't connect, some of them disconnect, packages come down like crazy. Then, like, the one thing UPS does is they pay all this money for their little toys, and when they don't work, they blame us. They want to blame the membership when it doesn't work. So they don't care about the money they put out. They want you to tell them that it works no matter what, and then they want you to sign stuff to tell them that it works when it doesn't. So anything they want you to sign that has anything to do with production standards or anything like that, do not sign it. Right. They tried that with us with the U-Haul truck when they had these U-Haul trucks.
I remember that. Right.
And they came to the PCM and they said, well, you're going to be held liable if you do this, you crash or a case may be. I told everybody, don't sign none of them.
I'm not driving it then.
And because my thing is, if that's the case, then I don't want to drive it. Who hurting by me not bringing the trucks in? I'm still getting paid. Right. Trucks just ain't coming in. Right. So, and when they came up with those scanners, the little scanners for the to do the trucks now. Right. Told them that we're not signing anything to take responsibility for something, because anything can happen. Right. When you're loading, you got these scanners wrapped around your waist. You're in between all these different packages. Anything can happen to these scanners, and I'm not taking responsibility for something that falls or breaks. And these things cost $3,000 or $4,000, and you can't even, like, $3,000 or $4,000 to a part timer is almost a quarter of a year's salary. Right. So you're not providing full time jobs for us. You're not providing none of the stuff that we need, but you want to buy $3,000 and $4,000 scanners and tell me I'm responsible for it if something happens to it. No, don't sign anything that they give you unless it's your paycheck or OSHA mandated.
So you just came in, and it's almost the end of the hour.
Oh, yeah.
But we want to ask you, did you see the new flyers from other people? We were talking about it for a little bit.
You got to see these, John.
Did you see any of them? Did you read them? We could read some during the break when we hit the break.
And we get your perspective on it.
We want to give your opinion on it, because all three of us were talking about it. So here you go.
Yeah. Here's another one.
I've seen this one.
Yeah.
You seen this one?
So we in the next hour or that next half hour, we'll check in with a bunch of stuff that we got. Get Clarence's opinion on everything. And again, the ballots are out. I mean, they're coming to your house. They're in transit.
They're in transit. You're gonna get another mailer from us.
If you didn't get the first mailer, you're probably not going to get the ballot. You gotta call the hall.
You gotta call 215-289-0580. Make sure you call, because this is it. And like I was saying last night at Oregon Avenue, I was talking to
19 days now?
Yeah, about 19 days. I was telling them, they was coming out. Hey, Hook, we got you. We needed. One guy said, listen, we don't want change. We need change. So what are you guys going to do about it? Everybody said they talking good and all that kind of. What you going to do about it? Because this is it. This is it. November the 4th, they count them. Depending on what you do now until then, will depend on what happens. You guys been talking a lot. Now it's time to vote a lot. So in the other hour, we're going to hear back from Clarence, candidate for president, 623 Lives Matter slate. We need you guys to vote. Vote, vote, vote. Tomorrow we got a special thing going on at the airport. Man, unions from all over going to be out there. I'm going to have the bullhorn. We're going to be blowing it up, screaming, yelling, to make sure you guys vote. It is very important. By tomorrow, you should start seeing the ballot. So we need everybody to vote. All right? So you're listening to WOM 92.9 South Philadelphia Community Radio. Give me another live edition of the 623 Lives Matter Show.
Oh, how you doing? Yeah, it was crazy, dude. You see, was fighting. I was telling you what was going on was I was being carnal, you know. And he was talking about. He showed up. Yeah, but then you're talking about back and forth, and they start getting crazy. Saying that something to the outside. Yeah, he was like, "Get me out of here." He was getting nuts. I'm sitting there like,
what was he saying about work?
He was calling him a quitter. He kept saying that. He said to his face. I was like, "What? What are you getting mad?" Like, he was coming out saying he was going to
Long ago, this was putting flies in the building.
Next thing you know,
Who that?
Clown command in the building. Then, like I said before, I got a problem with that because I can't go in there and do that particular activity.
That is messed up.
Don't get me wrong, that's probably not going to do that. The problem is UPS shouldn't be allowed to place flyers inside a thing, right?
All right, good people, we're back. We appreciate you guys for still hanging in there with us. There's a lot of stuff going on, get a lot of messages here. So I'm moving it around because, yeah. But real quick, Clarence, what you got, man? What you think about
All right, we're going to chime in with Clarence.
Now, the first flyer I'm looking at.
Now, which one?
63 strong slate.
Okay,
that's the one I picked to talk about.
Now, the first thing they say with us is has no plan. Have they been around the last 4 or 5 years?
Hold on. Say that one more time now. Let them look at you when you say that.
It says has no plan if they went, no experience. Where have you been the last 4 or 5 years? Well, as far as work, we don't know. He quit, so we.
So Warren was with Unity.
Yeah, and then he quit.
Trying to tell everybody to vote yes.
But so. We've been putting a plan out for the last 4 to 5 years, and you talk about experience. The only way you can have experience to go to the panel is if you're on the board. But if you talk about experience with dealing with the management people and the labor, we've been doing that for the last 10 to 12 years.
Exactly.
So we have plenty of experience, and it ain't about experience all the time if you're afraid to fight for what you know. So it ain't what you know sometimes, it's what you want to fight for.
Tim Sylvester, he put a post up on one of those on one of our posts and said, what has their experience done for you? He said that's what Ron Carey, when he first came out, was running and stuff. One of his first messages was to the people was, what has the old guard experience done for you? What has it done? And that's the question that we are asking you guys. They say they got 197 years of experience. Of all those 197 years, what has it done for you?
Yeah, here's one. Rob, if you want to talk about experience down at panel, right? Show us your panel record. Show us your panel record, put it on paper.
Yeah.
Show us your panel record, put it on paper, right? Something we can validate, try to do it before Saturday's meeting, because you know what? I'm going to have to go in there and request a Shanahan. I want to know what his record is, and I want it stated at the meeting because I'm going to ask a question. How about that? And we're going to see who answers what. Everybody got that?
Yeah.
We're going to see who answers what, right?
Right.
Because he wants to talk about experience, and he's taking a shot at Shanahan too. Let's be
Yeah,
honest,
yeah.
right?
Because on the last column, what does it say about Shanahan and them?
Experience that forced the contract on his
And
members.
see, and that's another problem. Now, he said that they forced the contract. He was on that board that forced the contract on it.
But that's the
Matter of
thing.
fact, he went down there too.
No,
If you read it.
Remember, he begrudgingly voted yes to accept
But
it.
here's the thing. If you begrudge, and here's the thing, you talking about begrudgingly, you were sat on that stage and you agreed. The only person who didn't agree was Jumbo, and then the first meeting he said he didn't, second meeting he changed it.
Right.
And look at the flyer. The first two things you said about us is the same thing. They really have no plan, no experience. That's the same thing you said the first time. So you have no idea what you're even talking about. Then you go by feeder and package car driving school for employees. Now you say we don't have no plan. What's the plan to do that? You give us a flyer saying what you want to do, but you're not telling us how or why you're going to do it.
Like I told people, somebody approached me with that. He's like, "Oh, that's really cool. They plan on doing that." I was like, "But you got to understand, in order to do that and to do it properly, insurance, this, that, and other thing, they'll probably get voted out before it even goes through. Or by the time it'll take 3 or more years to get that done. And even if you have like Hooker said, you have to find a place to put the trailer, to store everything, to run the routes. And
Well, I mean, it sounds good in theory.
yeah, it sounds great.
UPS does that already.
Right,
That's the point.
but like
already.
what Westbrook said, they do it already. They actually train our members. They pay for the class to go do
They
that.
paid
Right.
for people to go to Allstate.
Yes.
To go to the school, okay?
Right.
Let's put this in perspective, right? The problem is they're not paying for part-time members like they do in other places around the country to get certified to do feeders. They're not making an effort
Right.
to go make sure people know that they can go out package car driving and send them to the school and get people the opportunity to do full-time wages.
Right.
Right? $21 an hour to start. There's 4,300 members, right?
Right.
Let's say there's roughly 1,000 full-timers. That's 3,300 part-timers that have no clue or have no idea how to go about getting to be a full-time job. Guy told me today, how do I do it? Right?
Right.
How do I get to be full-time? Because I've been there nine months. I was back again and said, go to HR, get on the queue list, right? Tell them you want to be certified to drive package car, do it now. Right? You might not be in the center with everything, but you don't understand.
Right.
You want to get it in there as quickly as possible. You want to earn $21 an hour, or you want to earn 14. Take your pick.
Right, exactly.
Right? Take your pick.
Here's the thing. I can go down this list right here. That's 603 strong. The feeder car and package car driving school. I've already taught at least 4 to 5 people how to drive a package car
Exactly.
who are drivers right now.
Right.
So I've already, Maverick Rich has done the same thing.
Right.
We've already done that. Then you go by file contracting for grievances. Ron Bennett is in the feeder department. Why haven't you been done it? If you're in the feeder department already, why haven't you already done that if you know what's going on?
Yeah. Why haven't you posted that you filed the grievance for the subcontracting that goes on? You know what I mean? Keep the house in order.
Right.
Show people that you're fighting to protect their rights.
Right.
Protect their jobs, protect their seniority. It's real simple. It's not hard.
Right.
Right? You see what I post online, right? I showed it. I'm fighting
Yo.
and making sure I
Y'all
protect
killing
what
me
our
today,
house
man.
is, right?
Yeah.
And then they want to cry about, why can't you give me money?
Listen, on this note, everybody, we have a union meeting this weekend.
Yeah,
and it's
yeah,
going to be
Saturday.
It's going to be
This
interesting.
Saturday, yeah.
Saturday at 10 a.m.
Yeah.
It's going to be a hoot. Trust me, come
Yeah,
down
right.
there.
It's
And I'm
crazy.
using hoot as a polite word.
Now, you go number 3 on their list, a website, smartphone. And I had a conversation with a member. And said, "Oh, you're gonna have a website." Wait a minute, 603livesmatter.org is already up. Where y'all website?
Oh, wait. The union already has a website. It's just never updated.
Right.
No, I'm talking about 603 strong.
I know.
They said they have, but where is it?
Listen, they're talking about the website that the union already has.
That's their plan.
That's their plan.
They're gonna
In other words,
plan
they
to
want to
do
act like there is no website
So
now,
who
but
has
there
no
technically
plan?
is.
Right.
Hold it. And the pictures were all upside down and
Right,
messed up for
sideways,
extended
right,
time.
right.
You gotta
who has no
understand
plan?
that
Who's got no
in this planning that it's on this piece of paper, it's only happening if they win. Now, that's if they win. Now, we already put this website up, and we're just members. Like, I try to tell people this all the time. We did this for the members, and it's by the members.
It's not,
and we didn't need that plan to win. We still did it.
It's not about a position or a title. If you fighting for the members, doesn't matter if you are a regular member, an elected official. If you have passion for the job, compassion for the people, then you're going to do what's necessary for those people.
Listen, I love the app idea. Listen, I do love the app idea, right? There's a few things you got to make sure that work in the app, right? For one, you got to have a copy of the contract, the master, and a supplement all together, right?
Website.
You have to be able to fill out agreements right from the app, so people don't have to go find a shop steward. The number one complaint that I see is that people don't have access to grievance forms right away.
Right.
This app is a great idea for them. It is.
Right.
But it all depends on what functions you put in that app, right?
Absolutely.
How much can you really, do for the membership, right? Is the app going to be able to take video down so you can go in and you can give that video right to the hall?
What's going to happen if you can't bring your phone in? For some of the members, like you can't in the airport, you can't bring your phone in.
If we did this, right, and let's say there's an app inside it and it has that particular thing, right? Is that now considered union activity and UPS can't message you under Article 21?
That would be a good grievance.
That's the grievance.
I think that would be good, and we could actually win that.
And that's what the NLRB would have to decide.
Exactly,
like,
and I think
now the app is how you file grievances on the phone, right? Not alone by paper, but now do it, and then you get the email copies. You know what I mean? Everybody get it. They can't say, "Oh, I didn't hand it in on time." Right. All the other little things that they try to play games to try to help UPS save money through the grievance process.
Right.
Eliminate it. It's a great idea, right?
Right. Oh yeah.
Right. Y'all
talking
about
put
this
the right
thing
functions in the app.
This one. I'm reading this right here, and it says, and it's blowing my mind because he says we got a new roof at a hall. It costs $89,000. When I remember him saying something about it's going to cost upwards of $150,000.
Reggie took a picture of it. It's still leaking.
Oh, we were.
Well, here's the thing: you had no choice but to get the roof fixed. Then you say how you got over $600,000 extra in assets, but in order for you to get the roof fixed, you said that you couldn't do this Kempton Park trip because of the roof. So if you're getting extra money, then why did the members have to suffer by not getting the Kempton Park trip?
Well, they needed to time out for election time, I guess. You know what I mean?
Them beautiful
But the roof it's still leaking.
And
flat roof.
But what they told us, he said it was a union contractor who and it was guaranteed. So why is it still leaking? Then you go from 6 business agents to 5. But what they're not telling you is the business agents are dependent upon the membership. So when UPS hires enough members, you get that extra business agent. Has nothing to do with Shanahan. Nothing. And when you talk about all these people, so you're hiring all these people, letting all these people do doubles, whatever the case may be, but you're not, so they're working the full-time hours without the full-time benefit. So all the members who've been there for 16, 17 years trying to go full-time, they cannot because the union is letting UPS
do whatever they want
to do, and they're not. So you talk about leadership and experience
and commitment now.
And commitment, but there's the thing, and then you talk about transparency. We had to argue and fight with this dude to get any information during contract time, which we got none. If you go to any union meeting, anybody been to a union meeting can attest this. If you ask Shanahan a question, it's either I'm gonna look into it, I'm gonna find out, but there are no answers.
Right. No follow-up.
Right. And my thing is, I heard y'all talking about the $100 bonus. The grievance was filed supposedly 3 years ago. Anybody know what happened with the grievance?
Yeah.
Because
no updates. You know, that's something
when we first talked about that $100 bonus, Shanahan was okay with it. In the union meeting,
we asked him.
We told him about it. He was okay.
Matter of fact, he said, "Yeah, it was cool." You know, he had no problem with it.
Hold it. Did UPS ask his permission to do that, or they just did it and then he was okay with it?
Well, UPS don't have to ask Shanahan nothing because Shanahan's not strong enough to say you can and cannot do anything. That's just the bottom line. And it's just the bottom line. And my problem with them is...
Hey, Rob, can you enlighten us that, Rob? Can you enlighten us on that topic?
Well, according to Rob's flyer, he agrees with Clarence.
Right?
Yeah. Oh, he agreed with me now because he would. See, Rob, that's the thing.
You know what else I want Rob to explain? I want him to come in Saturday and explain the micromanaging. I want to know what Shanahan had to micromanage out of them. Because let me tell you something. If it was about his detail to documentation and such, I clearly remember him, Kevin Malley, talking about all these records, right?
Right.
Well, dude, that's the nature of the beast. That's the nature, when you process grievances, that's the nature of the beast. Information. Information helps you win. Simple plain. No. I still would never him telling me, I would just write down supervisor's working on the grievance form. Y'all know, hadn't seen how I roll. I put it right on mine, right?
Yeah.
What time, here. Matter of fact, I had to go in there and help the shop stewards out because maybe there's something missing here, right? Information request. Put it down on a sheet to kind of show you what needs to be done so people understand when they go in there and they say, look, did you do this? Did you get information on this? This is a simple scanning information, right? How come you didn't get that information, right? These key factors need to be happening so you can hold UPS accountable. I'm not saying you got to bust their stones for every dollar, right? But at the same token, they can't keep doing the same activity over and over again and nothing happens to them.
Right.
Because if you did that, you're fired. You do that, you're fired. I'm fired. Clarence is fired. So many drivers misrecorded something on the diet and then they're out for who knows God how long, right? Or they're accused of being dishonest because they misrecorded something in the diet.
Now, I'm reading this 623 strong, and it says in 3 short years, 3 senior members of unanimously have abandoned him. Why? It ain't had. I'm gonna tell you why. The reason why is because, first off, he's not a good leader. Secondly, they quit because they see the pressure that 623 Lives Matter slate was putting on them. Bill Morris was quoted as saying, "If you want him to leave, you got to beat him." So when he quit, he already know the 623 Lives Matter slate been out there. We've been fighting. The members are behind us, so they know that we have a chance of beating him. That's why he quit. Kevin Miley quit because if he's not a BA for like 10 years and they lose the election, he has to come back in and has to work another 5 years to get back into the healthcare or something like that. So the best thing he could have did was leave, and now he can retire and live happily without dealing with the union and stuff.
Yeah.
And thirdly, the third one, Bornby, you quit. The bottom line is you quit. You can say whatever you want to say about what Shanahan has done, because what have y'all done to Jumbo? Y'all put this man through the ringer, but he's there for the members. He ain't there for you guys. So who are you really for? When you quit, who are you really for?
Yeah, you quit on the members.
Let's put this in perspective, right? I love this argument that Ron Kamak made. Jumbo calls and gets his own people in to work when there's extra work available. Well, Ron, not to knock it, UPS has a habit of not calling people in, not making sure that bargaining units are there doing the work. How many grievances did you file or the slate file in general, right, when the violation was occurring, right? How many did you put in? How many times have you said, wait a minute, I'll see you on a Saturday and so-and-so supervisor's working, right? I'm going to put the grievance in. We're going to give the top senior guy paid, right? Because he should have been asked to come in. Ain't happened. I guarantee it ain't happened. Because he got mighty quiet afterwards. This is the point. You don't start talking unless you know your house is right?
Yeah.
Don't throw
stones when you live in a glass house,
right?
Yeah, Lord.
Listen, even I know I don't bash them every day, right? But I can tell you where the problems are, and I'm telling you what to try to go fix. But if you ain't gonna fix them, what do I have to do, right? Do I have to stop paying union dues in order to get the message across?
Right.
Does everybody have to stop paying union dues to get the message across to them to do the job?
Right.
That's what it's coming down to, right? They wanted us to go, and we all, me, you, Clarence, right?
Yeah, right?
We all went to the Right to Work rally, right?
Yes, we did.
Right? It really should be more not about the right to work rally. It's a right to a closed shop. That's what it is. It's not about a right to work. It's a right to a closed shop. Because the people all pay the monies together. They all receive the same benefits together. They expect the same high standards in presenting and resolving their problems that they bring forth because the company did something to them. Right? Discharged them, violated their seniority, harassed them, intimidated them, did something to them to cause a grievance action. That's what happened. Right? Where is that accountability now? How many times you organize a trip about other things that should be about, right? How about making a trip and getting legislation passed where, hey, listen, if you work 35 hours in the state of Pennsylvania, you're considered full-time. Then all these guys could be on the full-time roster. You know what I mean? Securing more pension contributions, right? Instead of going for the Butch Lewis Act, right? Which we don't know how the pension fund's going to manage money. We don't know whether they're going to get us back to 1% versus the current contribution rate, not the one from 2004, because we're only getting $120 benefit year and $26,000 plus if you work 2,080 hours, right?
Right.
Let's do the math. I tell the math. Do you want to keep putting money into a broken system? Yeah. When is it going to get fixed, Ron? Can you answer the question? You can't. That's right, because no one went and got the study done. No one went and asked the critical questions that need to be asked before you started committing a plan to the membership with contribution money that could either go into their pocket or even start something else that could help them when they retire in case one goes down.
Right.
Right? Something needed to change. Whatever it is, something needed to change.
All right. Well, good brother. Hey, you're entitled to vote for who you want to vote for. I mean, we wish Robert Traynor, and them guys the best. But as we talked about everybody else flyer, now you guys been sending out flyers over the last few years. When the contract was going on, we told you we was fighting for starting wage for $15 and a catch-up raise to all the senior members. That didn't happen.
Let's put this out there, right? Yo, Will. Did you know that Bob Traynor settled grievances and supposedly did not pay him in seniority order, picked and choose who he wanted to go pay? According to everybody else that's talking around the building, oh, I got a check. Why did I get a check? Why did I get this check? I didn't file a grievance. Bob pays who he wants to pay. So now we got an issue. When the shop steward files a grievance, should it go in seniority order? Darn it right it should. So there's no favoritism involved.
Right.
You can't use the money for political purposes, right?
Right.
Every steward should be around there doing the same thing. And there needs to be someone checking that. And Peter Marks himself should be checking this particular process right now to make sure that's not happening.
Right.
Right?
So is this something that he just started doing?
Listen, this has been an ongoing thing inside the preload for a long time. Magically, the guy files grievances. Magically, some go pay here. I pay this guy. I pay that guy. Do this and that. They pick and choose who they want to go pay. Guys that file grievances, right? No one can say I'm not a grievance employee. I file so many grievances. They know I want to work through my lunch. Where was my check at? Oh, my fault. You didn't get the check for me. You got it for other people. You told me it was the top 15 senior people. Lo and behold, it sounds like that wasn't the case. So I want to know whether it was or wasn't, right? Because people are saying they got checks, and I don't know what the record states. So maybe Shanahan could clarify that factor when he was there and resolved the issue in closed doors with him and the labor team who got paid. You see what I'm saying?
Wow.
We need to go and really check the house.
You're right.
Right? And make sure that people are acting in appropriate conduct, right?
Sounds like the house needs
Because
to be evicted.
nobody wants to sit there and play this game, right?
That's
You want to talk
some deep
about
stuff.
me not sharing, right?
That's
I file my grievances thing. If I went and I give Richard Hooker the money, or I gave Joe money, or gave Clarence money, would someone cry about me and say, "Yo, you're doing something that's unethical"?
You know
right?
they would. You know they
right?
would. Yeah.
If I gave to you or somebody else, right, and you felt you deserved it, would you not complain?
Yep, exactly.
Right? How should I do it? The question is, how should I do it?
Seniority order.
Seniority order if you want to go do it, right?
Right.
These other guys, they make top dollar, right? They
Right.
can go file their own grievances.
Right.
Guys like the guys top in the list, they already filed their grievances. They show that they have the fight and hold UPS accountable because they're not afraid to go file those grievances because they're at the top. They know what they got. They got their bidding rights. They got their preferred job status. They have those protections, right?
Right.
That's the whole purpose why you want preferred job bidding.
Right.
So UPS can't go around later and say, "Oh, you know what? I'm gonna mess with Richard Hooker. He was in Smallsort. Now I'm gonna go move him, and he's gonna load trucks for 8 hours, right?
Right.
And not get anything special because the whole thing of those jobs was one easy, one hard.
Right.
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 One easy, one hard. What happens when you sort for 8 hours? We got language in there that talks about a sorter rate. If I sort for 8 hours, am I going to get that sorter rate? No. You're going to get the Article 22.3 rate. Ding, ding, ding. Everybody wake up and smell the coffee, right?
Yep.
These guys don't care who gets what and who gets paid because they tell UPS says, no, I'm not having it. They don't know how to mobilize the members and tell UPS, hey, listen, you got to tell UPS, you ain't having it either. Where's the message back?
Right.
I'm gonna tell you something about
Where's
that
the
sorter
leadership
rate.
message?
I'm gonna tell you something about that story. Now I agree with you 100%. The contract says it. You get paid by the classification job that you're doing. So if you want to punish me by telling me to go do a job that I've never done before, then you're going to pay me that rate. Now we had in the contract before, not this new one, but the last one. Yeah, anybody that worked the preload got a dollar bump. So Richard Hooker filed a grievance for a whole lot of people, and the business agent came in and said, well, look here, because they wasn't trained to do the job.
Yep.
Then you don't get
God.
This is what was said.
That's what was said.
If you wasn't
Just
trained to
tell
do
me the same thing.
if you wasn't trained to do the job, then you don't get the bump. But I did the job.
And that's what I said. I said, hold on.
It's about doing the work.
Right. It's not our job to be trained. If I do the work, I'm supposed to be paid what my classification dictates.
Yes.
Not you training me.
Yes.
You training me has nothing to do with
Ding,
it.
ding.
I did the work.
Ding, ding.
I should get paid.
Ding,
They
ding.
told me, no, look, here it is right here. I
Hold
said,
it.
what?
When the new hire comes in, do they not pay him until he gets certified, or they pay him the right rate?
There you go.
Let's go put the record down.
Exactly.
So, like if you come in as a hazmat responder, and then you're a hazmat responder, you have to go to class for a week and all this other stuff. Before you go to class, you're working. So am I not going to get paid because I'm working and I'm not certified yet? So the bottom line is, if I'm doing the job that I should be paid with the classification that the job calls for, because I can't train myself.
Right.
Your company is responsible for training. You can't train yourself.
They want you to be required. They require you to be certified in the way that they want the job done.
Right.
It's called Article 53, paid for time.
Right.
Anything the employer requires of you, that's your paid time. Get it? Everybody got that?
Oh, yeah.
That's your paid time. Very important issue, right? Very important. Your scheduled start time, that's when your daily guarantee starts. So when they play games and stuff like that with the thing, which is it? Because we have that issue when they have the snow days and they start moving times around. Or the volume's like, or they start moving the time back. Oh, wait, the volume's heavy, we're going to move it back 45 minutes. When does overtime start? Right? When does it due? Come on now.
Right. So, what you got?
I was going to say, so Espo, I had a quick question for you.
Yeah.
Do you think if one day we did like a contract Jeopardy and we just put out there an article, you'd be able to quote it?
No, I don't think it would.
You do? Okay, because you're very good. I love it.
I'll be asked Trebek. And we have you
Article
on there.
37. What is that? So it'd be great.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, listen, I know we're about to wrap up.
Yeah.
I just want
to. We got more show, but not more time.
Yeah,
man.
yeah, we got. We can sit here for hours.
Ooh, this is good.
Hours. It's great. I mean, listen. A person
inspires.
Yes, yeah, I agree.
A person came on our live and said, "Vote Union Slate." Union. So it just goes to show you they don't even know what the slate's name is. It's like unity. I mean, we have to understand that, this is what they're getting out to the members. They're not really getting stuff out to all the members. So I just wanted to say, we're here to educate the members. We're at the gates. It's getting time. Everybody's getting a million flyers.
Yeah.
We're going to be out here with our bullhorns and talking and letting people know. You guys know what it is.
I had the horn last night.
You guys know.
Had that horn for me because I love to go with the bullhorn.
Everybody that should know now who's running.
It's Rob.
Who's on the slate.
And
we'll be there.
Let's go.
I'm order you one and you have it by tomorrow. Seriously.
You already got one, right?
Yeah, but I'm going to give you one too because you could be at Oregon Avenue. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we're gonna wrap it up. You guys give y'all last things what you guys want to say before we go.
Okay. You want better, vote better. 622 or 623 last night. I'm tired.
Yeah.
I'm tired, guys. Gates all day, all night.
Listen, if you guys want the recognition you deserve for the money that you're paying, vote 623 Lives Matter. That's what we're dedicated to provide. The question is, have the other slates shown that they're dedicated as well? That's what you got to ask yourself. I told somebody this, right? If you're going to vote for somebody, articulate why you're going to vote for them. Not that you like them.
Right.
What you think they can do
for
you. Right? That's the main thing I want to go with here. If you're going to vote for somebody, right, before you mark that box, right, say, what can this guy do for me? Right?
Can they do the job? Can they do the job? That's what I say. Don't vote for your friends. Vote for the person you can do the job and do it correctly.
Right.
No, I'm just gonna leave you guys with this. When you have all these slates out here right now, everybody's at the gate, everybody's giving out flyers. Ask yourself this one question: for the last 3 to 4 to 5 years, we've always been there. Not when it was election time, not when it's beneficial to us. We've been there trying to educate, trying to inform through this whole process. So when you talk about dedication and commitment, how committed and dedicated is that?
I agree. And I'm just going to close it up and say this. The ballots are out. We got something special planned tomorrow at PHL. When everybody come out and support, we're going to have some other unions there to actually just bring this thing on home. I can speak for everybody here, and Jumbo and James. We're going to win this election. And this is not being cocky or arrogant, but the work will speak for itself. You cannot come a month or whatever and think people are going to pay you any type of attention or take you seriously. This is not a game. This is not a joke.
Livelihood.
This is for the families and for the future. That's why at the top of the year, we put something in place that not only protects us now, but protects every member moving forward. It's not about Romeo. It's about Romeo's kids.
Family, man.
If they decide to work here.
Absolutely.
It's about all of these things.
Setting it in place for the people in the future.
Exactly. That's what this leadership has done, will do, and will continue to do. Educate, empower, engage, inform, protect, fight, be proactive, progress the union message about what it means to be a Teamster. And not only here, but other unions in our jurisdiction. This is not just about fighting UPS. You see the guys at GM fighting, UAW and all these guys. They're fighting the same battle we're fighting, the two-tier wage system. That's why part of the reason why UAW is on strike. Look what the company just did to us. Another two-tier system. So we all got to stand together and fight. This is just not about the Teamsters. It's about everybody.
It's not just about a two-tier system. It's about two different tiers fighting over the same
work. Job, right?
Yeah.
Same job. So we need people to stand up. We need people to vote. I had these conversations at Oregon Avenue all last night. You guys said these guys need to go. Now it's time to prove it.
Pen to paper.
It's time out for talking now. When you get that ballot, don't put it on your refrigerator. Don't put it on your coffee table. Mark it. Send it right back in. Because the biggest mistake you could do is let Shanahan, Joni, Carl, Izzy, Trainer, Kamak, Hester. That is the biggest mistake you will be making right now. And I love those guys. I have nothing against them. But they talk about their experience, right? Like Tim Sylvester said. What has their experience done for us? What has it done? That's all I'm asking. Where's the transparency they talk about? Where's the education they talk about? Where's the innovation that we need? Where's all these things that we need? It's on you guys now. All right, we're going to get out of here. We appreciate you guys. Don't forget tomorrow, we're going to be out there. Big rally. Time to vote. Vote these guys out, and let's move on.
And the quote of the week, the power is yours.
Yes, it's in your hand. All right, we're going to get out of here. Appreciate you guys. On behalf of my guys here, Jumbo at PHL, Hughes, and the feeder, we appreciate you guys. Victor Alvarez, all of us. Thank you guys. We love you. Appreciate you. Don't forget, vote 623 Lives Matter.
Man, we could have been another hour on this.
Oh, we could have been there all day. It's just how it is, man. It's nuts.
Yeah, I was listening to the show on my way out.